Hello everyone, Anthony here. Today, I'm going to be looking into BlockFi again to see if I should invest in it, if it's a safer investment or not. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this in this video, but thinking about morally and ethically and how it affects if I can invest in this morally and ethically without looking like a hypocrite, I guess. Because I'm not sure I really believe in how BlockFi can manipulate interest rates to, I don't want to say to game the system, but to, just to manipulate the system to work in their favor and to control the system and stuff, instead of just letting the free market run its course. So that's my biggest concern with BlockFi. But also recently there was a security breach on BlockFi with BlockFi, and I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video on how they handled it. Well, no, I'll talk about it now. This camera is getting super heavy though, and I didn't bring my tripod with me. All right, maybe that'll work. I'm just leaning it on my backpack. So what happened was BlockFi was, I have to look more into this before I give my comment and everything, but so a couple days ago, I got an email from BlockFi, and I'll read it off to you guys now. All right, so I got this email on May 19th at 8:37 in the morning. Today is the 22nd, so 3 days ago. And it says on May 14th, so 5 days after this happened is when BlockFi is letting people know what's going on and that they were hacked. 5 days after everything happened. So that's 5 days where, say, your password was compromised or whatever, where people have could have access to your BlockFi account with your cryptocurrency in it and investments and whatever, that you don't know what happened, if you should change your password or not. 5 days went by. So it says on May 14th, there was a data incident at BlockFi that exposed certain client account information for a brief period of time. So the time period that account information is exposed isn't really, like if someone has your password, they have it forever. It doesn't matter if they only had access to the website for 10 seconds, 5 seconds. If they got your password, they have it forever. For a brief period of time, while no information was accessed that would enable an intruder to access your account or your funds, we believe it is in the best interest of transparency to share the following details with you and all of our other clients who were potentially affected. So the way that they say it now, it doesn't seem like password or anything like that. Maybe it was like your physical address or your name or something like that, which is still pretty concerning, because say that you have a BlockFi account, then people can come to your house, and because now people know that you have cryptocurrency because you have a BlockFi account, they can come to your house. So it says your funds, password, and non-public identification information are secure, and no BlockFi client or company funds were impacted or at risk. No action is required by you. Okay, so your funds and passwords are secure. Your non-public account information is secure. So I'd like to know what they consider non-public account information. Does that mean your address? Is your address considered public information? Is your name considered public information? Is your email address considered public information? Which actually I don't think BlockFi uses the same email address, but I had a Facebook account. I was getting emails requesting a one-time security code to reset my Facebook password the other day, but I don't think I use the same accounts for them, so I don't think that's related to the same email accounts. And sorry if it's dark, it's the backlight from the windows, which it shouldn't really be doing that. So it says, this email contains a summary of what happened, what it means for you, and our recommended next steps, and 3, the actions we took and our next steps. So what happened? Unauthorized activity occurred in our system for about an hour on May 14th, which, I don't know, I wonder why it took an hour for them to notice and do anything, or maybe they noticed immediately and it took an hour for them to rectify the issue. What I'm trying to get at is, I wonder if there was like alerts built into their servers and systems and everything to alert them if there's unauthorized access. Then they got alerted immediately and went to rectify the issue and figure out what was going on, and that took an hour. If so, I guess that's a good response time. So it says account information in your BlockFi account that was accessed during the incident is data we typically use for marketing purposes. All right, so name, email address, date of birth, postal address, and activity history. So yeah, it's people in cryptocurrency need to get this through their heads that it's very so activity history makes this even more of an issue because it's very concerning. It's not like someone just has your password to your Facebook account and now can get into your Facebook account. With cryptocurrency, people can, if they have your name and address, they can come to your house, especially with the having your account activity, seeing how much money you have in your account, what you deposit, withdraw, your loans, whatever. Now they actually know which houses to target, which people to target, if you because they can see how much you have in your account. Account information in your BlockFi account that was not accessed is your social security number, tax identification numbers, passports, licenses, passwords, bank account information, account preferences, photos uploaded for identification purposes. So really, none of that matters to me. None of that like. Like if someone got my passport, I'm not 100% sure what they would do with it as far as stealing funds, or I don't know what you can really do with a passport. Social security number, tax identification numbers, bank account information. I'm not 100% sure, and I think like bank account information is probably like just as bad as having your account activity and stuff from BlockFi, because like I said, they can track you and come to your house and or target you for scams and manipulations, or target you for threats like crypto ransomware, where they target you, encrypt your hard drive, whatever, and then ask for cryptocurrency to decrypt it. So what this means for you, your BlockFi account funds and ability to take action in our system remain fully available. No funds were lost or at risk, and no action is required by you. Well, saying that no funds were at risk isn't 100% true, because like I said, the home invasion type thing. However, we strongly recommend and say, I don't know what, oh, actually, yeah, this BlockFi account was made with my Facebook account, so with the same email address. So so yeah, that actually could have been related to what I was saying with my passwords being asked to be reset. However, we strongly recommend using best practices to secure your account, including enabling two-factor authentication and whitelisting in your profile settings. Read more about how to set these up in the security features here. Yeah, they should also be recommending home security. The actions we took in our next steps: we quickly terminated the intruder's access to BlockFi's internal system, and we are taking following steps to prevent such incidents from happening again. Released immediate security updates to BlockFi systems aimed at further securing marketing-related data. Implemented security updates to employees' cell phones to further prevent risk of cell phone network vulnerabilities. Implemented security updates to employees' cell phones to further prevent risk of cell phone network vulnerabilities. Why would they do that unless this had to do with an employee's cell phone or something? Because, like if someone breaks into your house, breaks into your back door, you secure that back door. Maybe you'll secure your front door too, to make sure that people don't break into your front door. But you don't specifically do something unrelated to your house. So I don't know, maybe like an employee had personal information, marketing information, name, address, account history, date of birth, and whatever. Maybe an employee had this information on their cell phone for BlockFi clients, and a person's cell phone was either hacked or taken in public, and the information was taken from that. While there is no risk to account access or to your funds, again, there is risk to your funds because your address and name is given out, and your account activity. We believe that communicating with you is the right thing to do. So again, like if you're going to use BlockFi, I would warn to not put all of your money in it, even though their interest rates may be enticing or whatever. I wouldn't put too much money into that, just because like the idea is spread your funds in public accounts and exchanges and public businesses or whatever. Spread your funds between many accounts so that no one can access everything all at once. Uh, let's see. One of our company values is transparency builds trust. No, yeah, but you're not following that, which I'll get to this video interview that I was looking at last night. Uh, yeah, so one of our company values is transparency builds trust, and in the interest of disclosing as much information as possible, we have published a more detailed incident report available here. All right, I didn't read that, so we'll get into that as well. We are consistently reviewing and improving our systems and security processes, and we will be accelerating efforts in the number of addresses in a number of areas. So they go on to say in the email, we are constantly reviewing and improving our systems and security processes, and will be accelerating efforts in a number of areas as a result of this activity. Unfortunately, data incidents are a constant concern for companies across all industries, and with its growth, the cryptocurrency sector is increasingly targeted. In addition to ongoing development of our systems, we are actively researching options for us to contribute to the cybersecurity efforts of the cryptocurrency industry more broadly. Yeah, but the same stuff, these same issues, people accessing accounts and everything, that was already dealt with bank accounts, with PayPal, with eBay, with Facebook. Like, there's already security practices in place, so you can just look at these systems to secure your website, to secure your exchange, to secure BlockFi, whatever. There's already systems in place and everything. So there's not like a new attack vector with crypto other than maybe this people going to your house and being kidnapped or whatever, and held for ransom. So yeah, it's not an excuse. So we are available to answer any questions that you may have related to this incident. Communications@blockfi.com, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about is this interview that was done on May 21st, so last night. I don't know who this interviewer is. I've never seen them before. They seem very easygoing and not wanting to pry into details about BlockFi when talking about this. They're just like, "Oh, okay, shit happens," type of thing, which is really not what you want to hear as a victim. So yeah.
Regarding an issue that BlockFi had with some of the consumer data. So we want to give you a chance, obviously, to kind of go through and explain what happened there.
Yeah, happy to discuss it. Unfortunately, based on the way we're handling communications at this time for the incident, there's not a ton that I can say other than what the company has put out publicly, and also to anyone that was affected.
See, this is what I was saying about what they said in the email about they value transparency and everything, but they're not able to say what's going on other than what they've already put out.
But the short summary is there was a data incident at BlockFi. We are, deeply sorry and unhappy with the fact that it happened. The good news is that on the severity of hacks, which in the crypto world range from data on one end to massive losses of funds on the other end, this was purely on the data loss side of things, and the data loss for affected clients, which was a small portion of our client base, did not include some of the most sensitive data like social security numbers and driver's license.
So then him saying that the severity was quite small as far as what happened to clients, to customers because of the hack. They don't know this, and it's way too soon to tell the actual severity of what happened. Like, this only happened, so this interview was yesterday. This happened 2 days after they announced the email, after they sent the email, 6 days after the incident happened. It's too soon to tell the severity of and extent of what this hack, what this information leak caused clients.
It's information. So, we're really sorry that it happened. There's a ton that we're learning and improving and adjusting in terms of how we operate as a result of the event. We have dedicated significant resources just to communication with anyone on our platform who was affected.
So I don't get, like, apparently they have the way that they're increasing interest rates and everything. Apparently they're using venture capital to fund higher interest rates to attract new customers and clients and everything. That's why their interest rates are so high, and that they can maintain high interest rates and manipulate the system like that. I don't see why they couldn't have used some of that venture capital to secure and shore up their system to prevent this from happening.
Or even not affected by this incident. We have a specific email set up, communications@blockfi.com, and we always have our phone number available. So I encourage anyone that has questions, wants more information, received an email from us, wants to learn more about what they can do to secure themselves, to contact us, and we're happy to provide more information on a case-by-case basis. And I would also encourage everyone to read
on a case-by-case basis. So they have like their email address, the same one that was included in the email I was sent, communications@blockfi.com, where they'll tell you more about the breach and more about what you can do to protect yourself on a case-by-case basis. Now, I understand maybe they don't want to be completely open to everyone in case, like, the information that they're giving out is going to be used against them to be used to hack their website further or whatever. But if they really believed in transparency at all costs and whatever, they should be as honest as possible while protecting themselves so that their honesty doesn't lead to any more breaches. But dealing with things on a case-by-case basis like this leaves clients and customers at a disadvantage. Say that one client is getting more information than the other client, so that one client who's getting more information via the email communications and whatever will be able to protect their account further and understand what happened further and mitigate their risks or manage their risks further, and if they want to continue investing in BlockFi and all that.
The information that we've made available publicly, which includes a post on our blog about security best practices and a full incident report that goes into as many of the details as we were comfortable sharing publicly about what happened.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for that. I mean, it's never a good thing, but it happens. I think as the world becomes more and more digital, and especially in a space like crypto, there's some things that you never want to see happen, but ultimately, things happen. We live in an era
being very lenient.
World, so I'm a user of BlockFi myself. I've seen BlockFi launch and have been really impressed with what you guys have done, and will continue to be a user. So, best of luck, obviously, in the fallout and everything. And it's great you guys are being so transparent about it and setting up the communications there. But
it's great you guys are being so transparent about it, but selectively choosing which information to make public.